Hello and welcome back to Sweden in Victoria 3. We are playing as Sweden. In the last episode, we were in a war embroiled with Spain against to claim these provinces from this state from Oyo, which we did. Sokoto also got involved. We got some war reparations from them. Britain helped us, but we were not able to secure war reparations with Spain. And Egypt was with us, but they weren't very helpful. So we're in good shape. We do have a high amount of radicals, but they are going down. We do have turmoil down here um, in this state down here in the Yoruba states. I could look to incorporate this. It would cost 187.5 bureaucracy. So that's going to be pretty expensive. It's going to take 20 years as well. So I don't think we're going to incorporate it yet. We do have a port down here, I believe. Yes. So we got some connection. We got our subject here in Benin. I thought I established colonies, but maybe we lost them due to the war. So we'll keep working on those. So we're now losing money again, but we have a nice fat investment pool, and we can definitely use that to beef up our industry. So just taking a quick look, we can upgrade our shipyards to start building this, but we don't have any engines. So I think I would like to build a motor industry. So we'll build our motor industry in Gotaland. And then we'll probably start looking at what we need. So coal is still a need. So I think upgrading our coal industry is also in order. We have one coal mine. I'm going to build another one in Scania. And then we should look into maybe getting a dye plantation built. I'll build it in the Yoruba states. And then a silk plantation, can't build that. A sulfur mine. I could build a sulfur mine in Swedish to go. I don't know if I want to do that quite yet. That's still kind of a smaller place. I can't do any gold mines. We could build a tobacco plantation down here, so let's do that. I'm kind of just trying to cover bases. Sugar plantation. I've got this large investment pool that I want to use up, so we'll build a couple of those. I think that's good for now. And then we're working on enacting landed voting. Possibly maybe just doing a war with Dahomey. I don't know, that we just got out of war down there. I don't think we should push it too much. But we will let our we'll let that area build up. The Danes are another country that might be worth looking into doing something with. So if I were to go to attempt to conquer, we'll say Jutland. Or no, we'll go for Zealand. So if we attempt to conquer Zealand, we are looking at France maybe siding with us. They have a very large army. Let's give it a shot. Let's push and see if we can't get our hands on our Denmark lands so that we can look to form Scandinavia. I am going to promote Axel Morner once again. That should let him take whatever battalions I have left. These areas down here, we need to get ports built. So, in both of them, we will get a port built. And a lot of that's starting to cost us some resources. So, France and Prussia could probably be swayed, as could Great Britain. I'm going to see if Denmark's able to get anyone to join them. Part of me wants to push and try and take Jutland as well. So if I were to try and take Jutland, how much more would that take? 13 more infamy. They're looking to humiliate me and get war reps back, so I think pushing for Jutland just makes some sense. And then maybe I'll give an obligation to France to get them to aid me. If France jumps in, I should be in a good spot. They might not, though, since I'm getting kind of greedy. Okay, France did join up. Now we'll just keep an eye on this. I could probably persuade Prussia if this gets too out of hand, but I don't think it will. They are fearful, so I'm probably just going to get Zealand. If I push for more, I could probably provoke someone else into aiding them. But if, for instance, Great Britain aids them, that's a lot of ships to deal with. So I'm going to guess that they are just going to cede Zealand to me. So that might not have been the best use of gaining a calling in someone to help. Okay, so they did get support from Spain. So that means they are probably in a little bit better shape. An obligation is the only thing that I could use to bring in Prussia. Spain's not that big of an issue for me, though. How many maneuvers do I have left? I have 15 maneuvers left. So I can't really conquer anything else. I guess I could push for war reparations from them. Or let's push for war reps from Spain. Okay, they have the Netherlands helping them now, too. Great Britain would join if I help them humiliate them, but I don't have enough maneuvers left. So we're just going to have to sit through this with what we've got. Let's start mobilizing our army. I do have a garrison down in Niger. Not going to really worry about them. And what our plan is to push into Zealand. So war with Denmark has broken out. The Netherlands being involved is not ideal, but France should tip the scales in our favor. France is going to push into Spain and take them out really fast. I'm going to work over here. I'm also going to have my navy patrol the coast, I guess. No patrol coast order. Do they just automatically patrol my coast here? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how the navies work. But we'll do what we can to push into Zealand. I don't think France should have too much of an issue pushing into Spain. We do have an unproductive trade route in the British market, so let's get rid of that. We could look for an import from Hanover. See if that helps us out at all. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get both of these states very easily. Spain and France are struggling there. So we're continuing to push. Add setup steel import to journal. Yeah, let's set up a steel import. So I can do that. We'll just go to market. This is an unproductive trade route now. We need steel. So, oh, maybe not. Maybe we just can't. Steel. Yeah, I'm not using steel at all, so... Okay, Denmark capitulated, so we got both of those states. Perfect. So that's awesome. Let's just take a look here. Not freedom conscious. We want to check on nation formation. So I need one more state. So I'm going to need to either get Iceland or one of the Finnish provinces or Schleswig-Holstein. On the meantime, let's go ahead and push one of these fronts. I guess we'll come down here. We'll just push onto one of the Netherlands fronts. So we've now enacted landed voting. That's very good. We're going to get an election coming up in 182 days. Oh, we are losing a ton of money. Ton of money. Wow. That's a lot of money to be losing. So politically, we have the People's Party and the Landmanna Party. We'll see who wins the election and who we should draw into government. Otherwise, let's start seeing if we can push through any other laws for the time being. I don't think so. Our government has very low legitimacy, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's gone down. So we'll wait for the election to see what other laws we can push through. France seems to be making a little bit of gains in Spain. And we are traveling down this way to push over here. Denmark is definitely not happy about what we did. We are losing a ton of money right now, so... Three states are in turmoil, huh? The Intelligista... We got to look to save some money, so we're going to do that. We'll raise taxes. And that gets us out of the red. The Netherlands capitulated. So now we're just going to go and help France push. And then once that push is over, we'll probably be in a good spot. So more unproductive trade routes. We definitely want to look into bringing in some more stuff. So French market. Bring in some of that. We could bring in some cannons. Some small arms as well, because our armies are using that stuff. We could also look to export some things. We could export some ships. France wants ships, so we'll send them some ships. We can go ahead and export some fabric. France also wants some fabric. We can look to import some more of these. We'll import some there. We'll go ahead and import some of that from America. We can look to import some of this from Hanover. Some tools from Hanover. We'll import some cannons from Hanover. And then we will maybe export some grain. And some fish. And some dye. Let all that go for a little bit. So the Lantanima party won. So we can do a free government reform. So we're going to bring in the church and the armed forces because they want to join the Lantanaman party. That's going to raise our legitimacy. The industrialists want to join the People's Party. So if I bring in the Intelligista, there we go. That's a lot of people in government, but we have 100% legitimacy, so it's worth it, and it's a free government reform. So we also have both parties in our government as we sit, and we have a lot of options, I'm sure, now on what we can look to start enacting. Censorship, legal guardianship, dedicated police force might be worth it. We are struggling with the radicals a little bit, so a dedicated police force might be the way to go. The landowners don't like it, but everyone else does. So let's work on enacting that. We are still building, so that's fine. Spain capitulating gave us war reparations. Perfect. So we're in the positive again. We are looking good. We're feeling good. And that's a huge gain for us. That gets us that much closer to forming Scandinavia. Now it's just a matter of either dealing with you or dealing with someone else. So I would very much like to find some alliance to make. That really shot up our great power status as well. So let's head here and here and here. Really open up our presence. And then we also, I would really like to find an alliance, and I don't know if any of these guys want to ally me. Bremen does, but they're very small. I could become a protectorate of someone, but I don't want to. Let's improve relations with Britain and France. And probably even Russia. You know what? I'm not going to do Prussia because this is going to help my infamy decay faster, and we really want that to happen. Nitroglycerin's huge. That's going to help us produce way more resources. I think now I'll work on canneries. And we need to go down here and make sure all of our farms are doing soil-enriched farming and all of our livestock is being grazed well. We'll switch to slaughterhouses for all of that as well. And we'll use nitroglycerin in both of these. Now, I don't know. I probably need to build a chemical plant. I probably should have done that first. Yeah, let's build a chemical plant, and we can build that in... What do you say, Svealand? That seems to be where I keep building my main infrastructure. I also want to start looking to build a tooling workshop of some degree. We're going to need steel and dynamite. So for now, we'll import this from France. We can start looking to export some meat. We can export that to France since France has a trade agreement with us. These are now unproductive since we're not at war. But we can look to import some alcohol and some furniture. Still no good options. Meat. We'll export some of that to Russia as well. And to Britain. And even to Prussia. Okay, so we also need steel, so we're going to import steel from Britain and France. And that's a journal completed. Improve access to consumer goods. We got that done as well. Bolster an interest group for 26 weeks. Alright, so we're going to need to repeal one of these to do that. We're not making any money on the wine one anymore, so let's get rid of the wine one. And let's also get rid of the fish one, because the fish one isn't really working out for us anymore. So that's going to give us some more authority, which will help enact stuff faster. But we need to bolster an interest group. So who would we like to have more authority? Maybe we'll bolster the landowners. Just keep them nice and strong. This coal trade route is now unproductive. We can look to bring in some luxury furniture and some clothes. The Portuguese market's giving us a little bit of a little money, so let's take it. Alright, so our dedicated police force did not pass. We can attract more people to the armed forces. But I think getting some more loyalists will be useful because, like I said, our radicals are pretty high at this point. I will do what I can to incorporate these two states, and I'm going to need to build us some more government administration. Actually, if I do this, that's enough. Instead, let's build ourselves... Well, how are we doing on paper? Steel and sulfur is what we're low on, so... For sulfur, let's build us a sulfur mine. And then for steel, we'll build ourselves a steel mill. And we're going to build the steel mill once again, I guess, in Svealand. I think that's a good place to stay focused. Solved our budget deficit, bolstering interest group. We're doing good there. Fractional distillation. We can We could swap to this. Glass would become an issue, I'm sure. If we do that, it's going to say we don't want glass. So importing glass, there is nowhere beneficial. Do we have a glassworks? Nope. So once again, Sveland, get to work. We have unproductive trade routes, so let's get rid of them. We have an import demand of paper. We already owe an obligation to France. Bolstering the interest group, that's over, so let's stop bolstering them. We do have the petit bourgeoisie and the trade unions who are marginalized. I'll start bolstering the Church of Sweden since they're in the primary party. Passing a health law, so I will try and do that once this is over. Still nothing happened. Okay, I guess we'll switch. We'll stop with trying to get this through for the time being, and let's go and try and push through charity hospitals. Oh, that's going to be hard. We'll try it anyway. We'll see what we can do. France wants us to enter their customs union. They're using their obligation. Rejecting would repudiate the obligation with the following consequences. Greatly reduced relations with the company with obligation we repudiated. Produced relations with all other countries we owe an obligation. Reduced prestige and infamy decay for a period of 5 years. I want to control my customs union, though. I want to control my own. I'll do it. Let's start improving relations with them again. I think I have an obligation with you too, so... There's a duel. General Axel Morner and Admiral Karl. I'll let him fight. We'll see what happens. So our admiral has died. We probably should get another one then, right? We'll go with the Baltic HQ. And I guess we'll go with with this guy. I think a landowner is best. We still have states in turmoil. If I go for violent suppression, it's probably not a good idea. Turmoil can inflict a number of negative loan. Cultural turmoil can impact the whole country in very disruptive ways. We still owe an obligation to Egypt. And Spain considers us a rival. I will rival Spain back. I got no issue doing that. We'll start improving relations with Portugal. And then probably with my subject of Benin. I think that's a good place to go. And I think that is also a good place to end the episode. So if you enjoyed the episode, I would really appreciate a like. If you really, really enjoyed it, I would appreciate a subscription, and I will hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.